Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketAppeal, and today we're going to make this really cute cupcake and butterfly greeting card. And we're going to actually make 3 cards today, but this is the first one we're going to make. So let's get started. You only need a minimal amount of materials to do this. I already went and cut my cardstock into 5x7 to make our card, and I'll put all of the measurements and supplies you'll need in the description box. And then I thought it would be really pretty because it has a little bit of black on one of those butterflies to have it kind of be part of our card like this. And then I figured we'd mix it with this color, do something real cute with that. And then a little bit of green to bring out the green in this little banner that I'm going to use for it. And then we're going to choose one of these cupcake stickers to finish it off. So what I do, since I don't have like a cutting machine, eventually I will get one, is I just kind of measure it up to my card like that. Because I want a little bit of a border at the bottom and also at the top. So I'm just going to bring this up to the edge like this. I'm going to turn it over. And what I've been doing is just kind of folding it over once I have it even. And that's just to help me make a nice clean cut. So I'm just going to take my time and cut along the edge. And the main thing is to have fun with it. This has been an awesome campaign that was put together by Crafts by Two. And not only did I enjoy doing it, but I found something that I really like doing, which is making greeting cards. You just never know until you try. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. And this is a craft bonding glue, and it's extra strength. I'm going to put this around the back, just around the edges a little bit, not really worrying about the middle. And I'm just going to make sure it's centered. Notice I'm leaving a border right around the top there, all around the edges. And once I'm pretty sure where I want it, I'm just going to kind of press it down. Okay, and that pretty much seals it on real good. Now what I'm also going to do is I want to have like this green strip coming right across the center there. Not all the way up to the edge there, but just right where the butterfly pattern is. And so I'm going to cut that little edge off. And I'm just really winging this and just having fun with it. I'm also going to take some off the side because it's a little bit too wide. But you might like it wide, so you could leave it. Let's see. So we got this here. I'm going to cut it a little bit right along here. When I first started this, I definitely was not someone that created greeting cards, but guess what? I sure am now. This has just been awesome, an awesome journey in learning and discovering something that you really enjoy doing. Okay, so I want that to come along here, but I also want to do something else with it. going to take this pink paper, I'm going to cut a little strip and leave a little bit at the bottom and a little bit at the top. So all I'm doing is I'm going to take this and fold it over. So notice I'm just basically just going for it and having fun with it. And all I'm doing is just cutting along the fold here, or at least close to it, just to give me a little bit of guidance there. And this is going to actually go right on top of there. And you see how that pink really pops out there? Leave just a little bit on the border. Like that. So that's what I want it to look like. So all I'm going to do is going to glue this onto here first before I put it on the card. That way if I mess up, it'll be easier for me to remove it from here. And this is the exact same length as this little green strip is. Almost exact. Let's see. Just cut that little bit off there. Alright, secure on there. Now I'm going to put it on my card. Some glue right here. And I want this to come around right in the center. You see how that color looks really nice? Everything blends in. I think that's the thing I really like about making the cards, is that you can play with color. Just pressing that down. And that looks really good already. And now I've got some of these foam mounting circles and squares. And these are really good because it actually gives your card some height, or your embellishment that you're putting on your card some height. So let's see which one I should use. I kind of like this one. It's pretty cute, although that chocolate one looks nice too. Let's see. I think this one actually might be the winner. Yep. So we're going to use this one right here. And although it's sticky on the back, I do want to give it some height. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use some of these foam mounting. I think I'll use the circles and stick it to the back. And it's really just this simple idea that I learned within the last couple of weeks has really taken these cards to the next level. And I can only improve over time through practice. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it like right here off to the side, because I'm going to actually write thanks on the side there. And that's pretty secure on there. So that's what it looks like so far. And we're just about finished with our card. And I'm going to have to turn it just a little bit so I can write very neatly. And I love handwritten cards. I'm noticing that I really like to do that. So, and that's what it looks like on the outside. And so that finishes off our first card. On the inside, I'm actually going to cut out a white little border to go inside so that the kids can write a note on the inside of this card. Because it's just plain black, they could either use a gel pen, but I want to make it easy for them and put a white rectangle inside so that they can actually write a message to their nurses or doctors. So that finishes off the first card. Here's the other one that I also made. And you can get pretty fancy on the writing with those too. So let's put those to the side. And I'm going to show you another card. This card I really like because it's going to be for the troops. And it's going to be, of course, a holiday card. So we're making holiday cards for the troops, thank you cards for the kids at St. Jude's Hospital. And so I thought I would do the cardstock in red, and I figured I'd make black for the outline. And then I'm going to really layer this one. I found this kind of paper and I thought it was so cute. And then I'm going to take this green, and it's not really cut the way I want it yet. So it's all coming together like this. And I might do a border with my gel pen also. So let's go ahead and get started with that one. Okay, I had already pre-cut this to make it a lot easier. Put some glue on that. I really like this bonding glue. And I am pretty certain that I'm going to be picking up some other things like the cutter for the cardstock. And I did see a lot of stickers as well at Walmart. Lots of stickers at Walmart. And so I'm going to just kind of center this. So it leaves a nice border right around. Okay, and already got your first layer on. I'm going to take this cute paper. I'm just going to cut a little bit off of that. And I'll just kind of fold it this way. And it's a good way to get started with making cards until you get all of the other little accessories that help you get better and better. I'm just going to cut that off. You just never know what you're capable of until you try. And I'm building layers. For some reason, I'm really loving the cards when I build layers. Just adds more character to them. I gotta be careful with this glue not to wrinkle that paper. Press it on there, leaving a nice little border. You know what? There's a little tiny piece right there that's sticking out, and I know that is actually going to bother me if I leave that there. A little bit of glue on there, but it's pretty good now. All right. Just gonna press that on. And our card is starting to come together. Now I've got this green. And you can't go wrong with red and green around the holidays. But this is a little bit uneven, so I'm going to just kind of gauge it a little bit and cut a little bit off right around the edges. And I might end up cutting it even more because I like the way this looks. I want more of that to stick out. Now there is a young girl who has also contacted me, and she wants to get involved in this whole campaign. She has a YouTube channel, and she contacted me, her and her mom, and they said that they would like to participate in the Cards for Love campaign. So go and look at her channel. Her name is Gia, and her channel is Gia's channel. So I will put a link in the description box below. So thank you to Gia and her mom for participating. I think it's a good way to get the kids started on giving back. You might as well start them early. That's just I'm going to cut a little bit more off of here, but I also want my embellishment, which is actually a gift tag, to fit right in the center of that. So let's see. I like the way that looks, but I'm going to take it a little step further, and I'm going to cut off some of the sides of this. And I'm just gauging this. I'm not measuring it or anything. But if you're more comfortable measuring, please do so. I'm just having a whole lot of fun doing this. Okay. I like the way that looks. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, before I even put this on here, I am really enjoying using these metallic markers. And this is called Casemate. Never heard of it, but I was actually in the Dollar Tree. And I said, hey, let's see what it's like. And I am really loving it. It goes on very smoothly. And so what I'm going to do, just to give this a little bit more, I like the way this little color right here actually will match this gel pen on the green. And I'm just going to go around the border here, just taking my time. And I like this because it actually matches this too. Little gift tag is what this is, and it has the little diamonds on here, rhinestones. So that's going to match up really nice. Taking my time, going right around the border here. And the nice thing about making these cards is that each one is so personalized, which is nice. So I don't have to buy cards anymore. I can just make my cards from now on. And after this event is over, I'm going to continue to make cards. Now, another good tutorial is actually on Maymay Helm's channel, and she shows you how to make cards without having the machine to make them. And so I will put a link to that series of how to make cards without the Cricut, it's called. And you can check out Maymay Made It's channel. I will post everything in the description box. And look at that. It's already coming together. So what I'm going to do is, once again, using my foam mounting circles, I'm going to put some on the back to give this more height. This is so much fun because something you can do, just you can get the whole family involved. Imagine around the holidays getting the whole family involved to do this. And this is not sticky on the back at all, so that's why I'm putting those on there. I'm going to put a very small one right here too. And we are getting there. Put one in the center. Probably don't need to, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and line that up. All right, let's see. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the best thing to do is actually add this on here first and then put the embellishment on. So I'm just going to carefully turn this over, and hopefully I can do this without having to peel that off again, but we'll see. Yeah, so just a lesson learned, put that green cardstock on first. Just much easier. And then attach your gift tag. And I had these gift tags sitting in my garage for a while. Who would have known that one day I would need them to make cards? So I've got a box of about 100 of them. So now we got that on. I love that bow on there. And this is super cute. And so what I need to do now, let me show you what that looks like closely. That is just so adorable. I think what I'm going to do here, now that I'm looking at it, just need a little bit more. Right around the border here. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the card and write a nice message. Since this is one for the troops, there needs to be a message inside. And just tilt that to the side there. Now, if you're not comfortable doing this, you might want to write it out on a piece of paper first and then attach it on the inside. So for right now, I'm going to put thank you for your service. Happy holidays. Make a little squiggly line there. Okay, maybe I'll put a little star right there. Make it look like a star right here as well. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And card number 2 is all done. And we've got one more to go. This card is very simple because all I'm using is a black cardstock already folded. This green plaid, I really like that. And then when I saw this is another gift tag. I thought it was just the most adorable thing. And the colors really blend in good. And what I'm going to do is also do a little border around the top there, right around the edges. Okay. And this is very simple to do, especially when you have to make a whole lot of cards, and it still looks nice. So don't throw away those gift tags. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and make my cut here. And I'm really getting pretty confident in making these cuts. All right. And this is very quick. And this would be a great one to do with kids too. Kids love to make stuff as it is, but this is a great way. If you tell the kids you're making cards for someone, they would love to help. You could have a family over, have another family join you, or even get the whole neighborhood involved. Building community. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and place this there. Move it over just a little bit. I think I need a little bit more glue on this one. Okay, so go back and do this again. Oh yeah, I didn't put enough glue on there. And this is a heavier decorative paper. I'll also list the paper that I'm using also. All right, much better. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, using my metallic marker again, I'm going to just go right along the outside here. I think it looks better. It just gives it a little bit more character when you create the border. Okay. Now we're going to put our snowman on. And of course I want to make him have more height. These are actually like my new best friend. And a lot of these items I did get in the paper crafting section at Walmart. But the gift tags were in my garage. Someone actually gave them to me. And they've been boxed up in their original packaging for a long time. So now I'm so glad I kept them. And I just want height to be around it and very even. Around the whole snowman. So I'm putting it just all the way around the border there. See, I think I'm going to put another one right there. I know it looks like a lot, but it's so worth it. And it's got a nice little ribbon on it. I'm going to leave the ribbon on it. Could have taken it off, but I think it'll look nice with the ribbon on it. And isn't that adorable? And so we're finished with our third card. And of course I'm going to go back and put a label in that inside there and write a message. And let me show you what the other one looks like. The other one, I took the ribbon off of it. And that's what it looks like. So you can make a ton of these. Here's another one I made that looks like that. Here are the other two. So much fun. I just want to show you a few more because I have been working and progressing at this card making craft, which is so much fun. There's a few more. The reindeer, the snowman, real fun cards. Thank you cards with the cupcake. This is one of my favorites too. Happy faces. That would put a smile on someone's face. Here's a few more. And of course, Santa Claus card. And all these are gift tags. This one I actually made the flower, and I just used plain marker to make that flower. I cut it out and put it on like a little cardstock backing, to make it a little bit more stiffer. And then I put some of those foam mounting circles on the back to give it a little bit more height. And that came out pretty good. And one more I made a couple of these. This is a thank you card. It's got the baseball on it. And I've liked the little plaid I use. So I've really been working with color in making these cards. So there's a ton of them. I made close to 40 cards. And so I'm very, very happy about this campaign. I am going to be sending mine off this week. Thank you for sticking around with me. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share.